And all that time, I forgot a really important thing to explain the sentence and stuff. Basically, let me see. Yeah, okay. So they explain the question because this is how some of your bosses might be explaining it to you. So I'm gonna explain this so that you guys can understand it. Write a SQL statement, and bam, this is writing a SQL statement, writing a SQL statement, writing a SQL statement. To create a simple table, countries. To create a table, this is a table, this is a table, this is a table. Create table, create a table. Create table, create a simple table. Create table, create a simple table. Countries. Countries is the name. Countries, countries, countries. Including columns. Columns. So column, 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 column. Country ID, country name, and region ID. Columns, country name, country ID, region ID. And bam, 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 bam. Okay. I'm not going to go in depth. I'm just explaining like the vocab so you won't get lost with the vocab and stuff. Alright, number 2. Write a SQL statement to create a simple table countries including columns, including columns, country ID, country name, and region ID which already exist. So everything we did before but which already exists. So create table if not exists. So basically, create table if not exists, create table if not exists, create table if not exists. So either create it if it didn't exist, create it if it didn't exist, create it if it didn't exist, or just update it if it does exist, update it if it does exist, update it if it does exist. So everything I just said is this line right here. All this means this one line. All this means this one line, which is already exists. And remember, I don't know if a foreigner wrote it or they just kind of wanted to make it sound complicated, but like this is how they worded it. It's not like bad, but it's kind of complicated. You got to get used to it. I personally think it's good because it makes the lab more challenging, but yeah, just be aware of it. You're probably not confused. They probably just worded it complicatedly. So yeah, just be aware of that. Alright, write a SQL statement to create the structure of a table, duplicate countries similar to countries. Alright, so blah 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 to create the structure. And structure. So to create the structure, to create this, we're creating this, we're creating this, we're creating this. Of a table, duplicate countries, and let me see. So we're creating this structure, creating this structure, creating this structure, similar to countries. So we want it to be all the same as countries, all the same as countries, all the same as countries. And that command is like countries, similar to countries, like countries, similar to countries, like countries, similar to countries. Alright, next problem. Write a SQL statement to create a duplicate copy of countries table, countries table, including structure and data by duplicate countries. Blah blah blah, everything is before, duplicate copy. So an exact copy of countries table. Exact copy of countries, exact copy of countries, exact copy of countries. Including structure, and data. We never put in any data, we're not that far, but the 1, 2, 3, 4, Russia, China, Japan, and region 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, southwest, east, west, northwest, represented by 1 is northwest, 2 northwest, northwest, east to southwest. All that random data names is data. Random data names. So we want the structure page and like a whole bunch of random data names. And we want it to be called duplicate countries. By name, we want it to be called duplicate countries. We want it to be called duplicate countries. Alright, create table if not exist duplicate countries. created or